Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today, we're going to be talking about Four Nights of the Apocalypse Chapter 221. Like and subscribe for more content. Cath Arthur's true identity is revealed. The highly anticipated rematch between Meliodas and Cath begins in Chapter 221 of Four Nights of the Apocalypse. This chapter boasts an impressive 20 pages. The chapter cover depicts the people of Camelot, including Elva, suddenly finding themselves in Lyonesse, looking bewildered. Donnie is taken aback by the crowd, and hears a familiar voice calling out to him. Hauser explains to the people that the talismans they were given transported them away from the evil land of Camelot, causing them to react with anger and throw the talismans away. Suddenly, the night sky erupts in a brilliant display of light, and the people attribute this miracle to King Arthur. Cath Arthur delivers a speech as a noble king, condemning the 7 deadly sins for tricking and kidnapping Camelot citizens. Meliodas responds by telling Cath Arthur to return home alone. The next page presents a stark contrast of reactions. The commoners condemn Cath Arthur due to his demon heritage and his status as the enemy king. On the other panel, the people praise Cath Arthur as the eternal king, even calling him a god. This revelation makes Arthur smirk. Cath Arthur then stokes the fears of the people, evoking the tactics of a fascist leader. He claims that other species are uniting to strike at the humans, intending to take away their happiness and the love they share with their families. Notably, he uses the term "you humans" with a lack of tact and care. Camelot can be seen as a modern manifestation of fascism. It seeks to establish an eternal present to soothe the losses and humiliation of war, leading to a need to alienate the other while glorifying the past. The people's cheers are so loud that Meliodas has to shout for them to stop, revealing Arthur's vulnerability. Amidst the chaos, a woman cries out, expressing her gratitude that Camelot allowed her to reunite with her lost child. This prompts the boy to appear and ask his mother why she left him to go to another land. The woman is confused, realizing that they had been together for years. The spirit of the boy asserts that it wasn't him, and that he was actually still alive before being abandoned. This is quite disturbing. Not only did Cath abduct people who had lost loved ones during the Holy War, but he also intentionally lured in individuals who could have still stayed with their loved ones. A husband is astonished to see his deceased wife, who asks if her husband was dreaming. This suggests that Cath must have caused some of these victims to believe they had lost someone, and then find false happiness in Camelot. All these spirits appeared in the capital of the dead without being summoned there by Gareth's conjuration. Gareth has the ability to call forth the spirits of the dead, as he did for Percival's grandfather in Chapter 196, Despair and Hope. Cain confirms these findings, stating that the people there were only trapped by their own wishes, with illusions created by Camelot. Gareth calls for more spirits to reunite with the entire crowd, which would mean he'll be out of commission for a while. This explains why Elva was in Camelot, which surprised Donnie as he hadn't heard from her in a long time. She had believed that Donnie had died during the time skip, but like everyone else, those separated from still living loved ones by distance were tricked by Camelot. First, they were made to believe that their loved one had died, and then they were reunited in the land of Camelot. Cath Arthur attempts to dismiss the conjuration as a trick by the sins, but the people are fed up with Arthur's lies. Now, the tide turns, and Arthur is called a liar. One man even claims that due to this deception, his memories of his wife are now scarred. Cath Arthur tries to insist that the people owe him a debt of gratitude, but all of them in Lyonesse look at him with contempt. Cath expresses some relief as this moment affirms humanity's true nature, which is easily swayed by the crowd, failures created by God, and filled with contradictions. Cath is once again admitting that this is chaos, but now he accepts that reality as rebellion against his mother. Cath, a powerful individual, releases a massive ball of energy, expressing his intention to maintain the charade until everyone was in a state of bliss, likely during the early reign with Guinevere. However, Cath now declares that playtime is over, concluding his own game that he had thoroughly enjoyed. Cath launches the ball, and Meliodas responds with a full counter, transforming the ball into faces of chaos. Realizing that the person he is addressing is not Arthur, Meliodas inquires about the true identity of the Eternal King. Arthur appears to be protected by the four evils, setting the stage for an epic battle between the seven deadly sins and Camelot, which will determine the outcome of the conflict. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.